This is Sam Wilson. I'm the Fur Bearer and Carnivore Program Manager for the Nebraska Game and Parks Commission out of the Lincoln office. I'm going to provide an update on mountain lion harvest and research. A quick overview about what we'll discuss. We'll talk about the 2020 harvest season, which was a success with 7 mountain lions harvested. The harvest objective for the season was to provide a harvest opportunity that will allow the population to remain resilient and healthy while halting population growth or moderately reducing the population size. We had a target density of 5 to 7 mountain lions per 100 square kilometers of suitable habitat, so that would be more similar to other states in the Mountain West where harvest seasons are allowed. We also wanted to reduce depredation events. We've seen some management success. We have a new Pine Ridge population estimate from surveys conducted in 2019. And the new estimate shows that approximately 34 total animals, so that's adults and kittens, are present in the Pine Ridge or were during the survey. That's down from 59 in 2017. The estimated density in the Pine Ridge is on target now with this new estimate at approximately 5 mountain lions per 100 square kilometers of habitat. And we've had no documented depredation events in the Pine Ridge since the 2019 harvest season began. The harvest took place in the Pine Ridge, where we have our largest of 3 mountain lion populations. We also have populations in the Wildcat Hills and Niobrara Valley. However, those populations are more newly formed. We don't have population estimates to prescribe harvest seasons for those areas. The Pine Ridge unit has the same boundaries as the Deer unit. It was divided into north and south subunits split by Highway 20. And it had an overall harvest limit of 8 mountain lions with a sublimit of 4 females. So the harvest would stop if 8 mountain lions were harvested or 4 females were harvested. And that was divided into a 4 total limit and a 2 female sublimit for each of the 2 subunits. We offered 640 permits for season 1, which ran January 2nd through the end of February. And dogs were not permitted during season 1. This allowed us to issue a large number of permits. That 640 permits was offered because harvest success without hounds is fairly low, and so we could get more people the opportunity to get out and pursue mountain lions in Nebraska. We did have an auxiliary season, which ran the last 2 weeks in March, if the limit was not met during season 1. And the limit for the auxiliary season is the remainder of the limit from season 1. And we issue 1 permit per animal remaining in the limit, because dogs are permitted during the auxiliary season and harvest success is much higher if you use hounds. 2020 was the 3rd regulated harvest season. Our initial season began in 2014. We also had a harvest season in 2019. We issued 398 permits, down from 613 in 2019, 212 on the north subunit, and 186 in the south subunit. 7 mountain lions were harvested in 2020, 5 males and 2 females. You can see the locations of the males that were harvested in the figure to the right in blue, and the females in yellow. 4 mountain lions were harvested in the south subunit during season 1. That hit the limit and closed the season on February 5th. No mountain lions were harvested during the north subunit in season 1. So 4 permits were issued for an auxiliary season where hounds were allowed, and 3 mountain lions were harvested in the north subunit auxiliary season. The 2020 harvest of 7 mountain lions was the highest harvest level we've had in any of our 3 regulated harvest seasons. It also included the largest animal of any of the harvest seasons, a 171-pound 7-year-old male. And 4 of the 7 mountain lions that were harvested were marked in our research project, either through collars or ear tags. Now we'll move on to discussing the new Pine Ridge population estimate. I'd like to begin by pointing out that we do not create statewide population estimates for the number of mountain lions in Nebraska. We have 3 populations. The Pine Ridge is the most well-established, and it's the population where we've been able to conduct surveys over a long period of time that are scientifically valid and help us to manage mountain lions in that area. The new point estimate for the Pine Ridge based on our surveys from May and June of 2019, is 34 total animals, so that includes adults and kittens. We use two methods to create these estimates. The mark recapture method has been used in wildlife biology for more than 50 years. And we have a newer method called CapWire. These methods provided estimates of 29 and 39 total animals in the Pine Ridge, respectively. The midpoint of 34, we believe, provides the most reasonable point estimate when taking survey results and GPS collar information into account. The 2019 estimate is down from 59 total animals in 2017 and is similar to the 2015 estimate of 33 total animals. We also have GPS-colored animals in the Pine Ridge that provide confidence and resiliency of the population to future harvests. When discussing the mountain lion population, it's important to look at all known mortalities, so not just harvest mortalities, but also mortalities from other causes. In this figure, you can see known mortalities in the Pine Ridge tracked through time from 1991 to the present. We had 15 known mortalities in the Pine Ridge since January 1st, 2019, and 26 known mortalities since the beginning of the previous survey. That was in May of 2017, including 15 adults, 8 males and 7 females, so that will have some impact on the population. That mortality rate was likely sufficient to halt the growth or reduce the population size and the density, which is what we wanted. We also have an unknown number of animals immigrating into the Pine Ridge and kittens that are born to our resident females during that time frame. Here we'll discuss the density of mountain lions. So density is the number of mountain lions in a given area. So here the given area is a suitable habitat in the Pine Ridge, shown in green. The density estimate using the 2017 population estimate was approximately 8.8 mountain lions per 100 square kilometers of suitable habitat. That's suitable habitat only and not including buffers. And it's higher than most reported densities in the Mountain West. Staff have a target density of 5 to 7 mountain lions, and we have had that target since the beginning of the 2019 harvest season. The new density estimate using the 2019 population estimate of 34 is 5.1 mountain lions per 100 square kilometers of suitable habitat. So that is perfectly in line with our objectives, and we've succeeded there. Also like to discuss livestock depredation really briefly. We had 5 cases of livestock depredation in the Pine Ridge during 2017 and 2018. We hadn't documented any previously. 3 involving goats, 1 involving a calf, and 1 involving poultry. The Nebraska Game and Parks Commission developed a management plan for mountain lions. The overall goal is to maintain resilient, healthy, and socially acceptable mountain lion populations that are in balance with available habitat and other wildlife species over the long term. So everything we do in designing mountain lion harvest seasons and in managing mountain lions follows the guidance of this plan. I want to point out here that staff believe harvest seasons in 2019 and 2020 in particular have helped achieve our management goal that's described in the plan. But also additional harvest will be necessary to maintain this balance. So in summary, the 2020 season was successful with 7 mountain lions harvested. The population estimate for the Pine Ridge in 2019 is down approximately 42% from the 2017 estimate of 59 total animals. The estimated density is now on target at approximately 5 animals per 100 square kilometers of suitable habitat. And additional harvest will likely be needed in 2021 to maintain the density at 5 to 7 mountain lions per 100 square kilometers of habitat. So we likely will have a harvest recommendation for a 2021 harvest season that we'll provide at the June Commission meeting.